What's up, guys? Welcome back. The 15th of October. We're looking here this morning at Aerodrome Finance slash the United States dollar. This will be a daily chart to start, and the data here is as usual from Coinbase. What a run this has been, guys. I mean, tracking this Aerodrome Finance chart with my price levels and just how I look at the markets has been extremely fun and rewarding. It's been doing very well. It's moving. It's moving as a perfect market to the upside for this example. And the past about 4 days are even more proof of that, and then going back further all the way back into the September time frame. So we have a red candle today. Aerodrome Finance is currently down 2.4%. We had a close of yesterday's market just at, I mean, just at our 144.69. Yesterday's candle close came at a close of 144.218. Where's my price level that I said to the upside that I'm expecting the market to go to from this breakout here above 128, 129. Well, we had 132.35 for starters. We had 134.0. Both of those came into play. But I said, look, the real target I'm looking for is 144.69. And finally, yesterday, we did trade to a high of 148. But where did we close? Where did we pull back to? A close of 144.218. My level, 144.69. Incredible, guys. Let me show you the 3-minute time frame here of how Aerodrome is acting here. So here is our support at 134, a little bit of support here at 136.76. Slight reaction here at the 147.50, rally up to 144.69, initial pushback, breakout above it. Two tests here of support, couple more tests of support. Got that break below it. Flip. Look at this perfect right here, flipping a level into resistance. Let me circle this here. Check this out right here. I mean, this is the 3-minute time frame as well. But I mean, talk about picture perfect here. I always say the levels above the market will act as a target, and they will act as resistance for a period of time. And here we go here, flipping it into resistance, and then the markets are now trading below it. If and when the markets get back above this level and turn it into, support, we don't know. It might not happen. Again, that is the X time right there. We talked about that yesterday. X it's an unknown factor. We just don't know how long in time that will last, as a resistance for this example. Also, today's candle, which is the 15th of October, so it's Tuesday. We're going to go into settings here. And so that's supposed to be a red candle. For some reason, it's showing up as green on the chart. It's not accurate. Here is a accurate example here of, I don't like these candles because they're a little bit tougher to see on the screen, but you can see it's a red candle for today, the 15th, for Tuesday, October. So we had the big breakout. We had 1, 2, 3, 4 days in a row. Let's see here. They were let me go back to the candles that are full. They're much easier to see. There we go. So just keep in mind, today is a down day right now. We have a daily lower high. We have a lower high than yesterday. We don't have a lower low. It's an inside day so far. It's quiet. We'll see. We hit our target. I would expect, I wouldn't be surprised, I should say, to see some kind of a sideways to pullback market here after just making a big run the past 4 days. So for example, let's call it like right here to our 13% or so in just a couple days from our 129, 128 up to the 144.69. Again, we hit our target, guys. When we hit our targets over here at 128, 129, the market took, I think it was about 2 weeks of sideways action before continuing on. Let's look here. So basically, basically 14 days. So basically 2 weeks before continuing on. So, hey, let's say in a perfect world, the same thing plays out or close to it. That's going to put you basically at the end of October, the 28th of October, roughly. If we trade sideways and chop around for the next 2 weeks, since we did hit our target. So that's just, obviously speculating. We don't know what will happen. We don't know if this thing's going to break out into a new high, a new recent high, I should say, today or not. But again, I got what I was looking for, and that's a move up to 144.69. Now it's time to reset the clock, to reset the price clock, and we got to start to look at new, keyword there is new, upper targets. So we do have targets up there at 158.40, 156.80. Let's see here, 183, 186, and so on. Now these are important, but they're not new. So, one might come into play, one might not come into play so much. They're all equally as important, but they're not new. They're not based on what's taking place right now. But I do have, much higher price targets. The market's only at 140. I got targets all the way up there, 317, 360. 360 looks like is my highest at the moment. So we'll see, guys. We'll see what happens. Let me show you here. So basically, currently up 130%. Looks like the market itself made a top to bottom move about 140%. Incredible move here. I mean, this thing has been trading unbelievable. What a product, whether it stays like that in the future, time will tell, but it's actually been pretty respectful of my price levels for a long time now. And that's probably one of the reasons why I've been sticking to tracking it, because it is doing, as I would like to see it do with my price levels. So what can you look forward to here? Potential a couple scenarios that could play out. Again, we could see a sideways to downward market for a little while. Why? Because we made our move up to 144.69. Everything that goes higher from here is just gravy until we get like a true reset like this. If it just keeps on ticking higher and ticking higher and ticking higher, that's great. Just understand at some point we will get a pretty large pullback. Right now it's following the rules, but if it continues higher here, it's starting to get a little too overbought, and it will have a more aggressive sideways to a downward pullback. But anyways, right now, all is good. Could you see a pullback all the way to 128, 129? You definitely could. I would keep an eye on the 134 and the 130. Let's see, 134 and the 132.35 level as pullbacks, if pullbacks take place here, 134, 132.5. Those are the two new levels. And then below that would obviously be 129 and then 128. As far as zooming out here to what's going on in a larger picture here, again, 156.80 next resistance, 186.11 roughly, and then it takes us up there to like the 234-ish, basically right around all-time highs. Bitcoin's starting to move up nice, guys. BTC, USD, it's slightly down today, but we put in a new lower low, and then we actually reversed and we put in a higher high. So right now we have a little change in trend back to the upside. We're looking to take out the highs over here from the end of September. We're very close, well on our way to 68,748. And I don't think we'll see much of an aerodrome sideways pullback if Bitcoin really starts to rally. I think we'll just continue to march on higher. So we'll see, and then at some point down the road, you'll get that reset, a little bit more of a reset like we saw here. I mean, this is, you play it day by day. Okay. So, lots of resistance at 128, 129. And, we play it as in, hey, it might not break out. We're struggling here. We're struggling. And if Bitcoin rolled over, we wouldn't have seen this thing break out. It would have rolled over. But, big ceiling of resistance, Bitcoin broke out, and then boom, beautiful move right up to 144.69, which we've been talking about for a couple days here. So, hey, congrats to all of those long from way down in here. I mean, you're sitting up awesome. I've mentioned it in the comments. Of course, it's not financial advice. Taking profits is a great idea, but if markets continue to march on higher and, you're interested in getting back in, that's the way I invest. That's just how I do it. You can take your profits along the way and, as a protection, like when this market was rolling over here and, we just don't know how much further it'll go. Taking your profits, in my opinion, and not financial advice, is not a bad idea. But if this market turns back around and looks bullish again, I personally get back in. I'll just get back in. That's fine. And then, benefit from, further rallies. But anyways, that can go down a deep rabbit hole and a long conversation that I don't want to have here with myself. Anyways, you guys have a great day. Thanks for watching. Aerodrome Finance currently down 2.41%, trading at $1.40. 144.69. Target hit. Works slightly below it. Now it's resistance. How far and how deep in time does this pullback go? Bitcoin's starting to look quite bullish again. Time will tell. Guys, all links down below. Join us here on the channel if you are not yet subscribed. It is 3:53 a.m. on the East Coast, and this is Aerodrome Finance. Up, looks like it was 140% from its breakout down here at the 61 roughly level. About 140, 41% top to bottom, and then you would currently be up about 130. Incredible move. Thanks for watching, guys.